Joining us now, staff writer for The Atlantic, Nick Miroff. Nick, it's really good to have you. You've been doing a lot of reporting on Chicago. Your latest piece is called The Conquest of Chicago. Donald Trump is framing this, or at least began by framing this as a war. Bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, no?
I mean, I think we all remember the tweet in early August that Trump shared showing himself as Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore from the movie Apocalypse Now. And the city was, going up in flames and helicopters were flying over. And, this was the kind of way I think that the administration is viewing these operations. It's almost like a military conquest. Think about the way Trump says, we're going to go into this city. We're going to go into this city. It's something out of the way that someone in a movie script would talk about, a military campaign.
Yeah, the images that he posted look eerily like the images that we're now seeing, the AI generated images.
Right.
There is competing or two justifications that Donald Trump uses. He interchanges them. One of them is that there's so much crime in Chicago. And the other one is that he's got to fight back against illegal immigration. And the illegal immigrants are the ones that are making all this crime so much worse. Is there evidence to support that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody, including Chicago residents, wouldn't say that the city does not have a huge crime problem. And obviously, it's been one of the cities that's had the highest homicide rates in the United States for a long time. But I think it is worth noting that the homicide rate has been cut by more than half since the peak during the pandemic, and that has coincided with this period of major immigration influx, particularly Venezuelans who were arriving in record numbers during the Biden years. So we've had a lot of new immigrants arriving in Chicago. The homicide rate is going down. And the National Guard mission that Trump is outlining is not one to promote public safety in neighborhoods with a lot of shootings on the South Side or whatnot. It's about protecting the ICE facility out in the town of Broadview on the outskirts of Chicago, and then trying to have National Guard forces protecting ICE officers and agents on the streets.
So we're seeing so much of this user-generated video from the scenes of detainments and from the scenes of clashes. Can you help me understand who those people are, where we're getting that stuff from?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's striking about Chicago, I was in LA for the National Guard deployment in June, and one of the things that really struck me about Chicago was the degree to which both the kind of street level activists and all of the city leaders, all the way up to Governor Pritzker, are kind of working together in this mass, campaign against, resisting ICE. And so these activist groups have been very effective with their rapid response, brigades. They are able to, to put people out on the street, filming these interactions, filming arrests, and then sharing, the license plate numbers and vehicles of the rental cars and other plainclothes cars, unmarked cars that ICE officers are using to pick people up along the streets. And so there's just a very well organized response that's making ICE's job a lot more difficult. And I think that's why you're seeing some of this frustration, particularly boil over when activists shout at ICE officers and agents and try to confront them on the street, at the risk of potentially being arrested or something worse.
Are they worried about legal action? Donald Trump has issued an executive order classifying people, potentially classifying people who are helping fight back against these federal enforcement scenes as terrorists. Are they worried are they worried about legal action?
Yeah, what I found when I was, reporting there was that people were really on edge, and a lot of people who are activists or even just showing up to protest are worried that they're going to be targeted, that the government is going to look them up and sort of, single them out and take action against them. So, yes, there's a great deal of tension. There's a great deal of fear, but there are also people that are going to pressing forward and going out and they say they're going to continue these tactics. They think that they have a real chance of making it so hard for ICE to operate there that the ICE mission starts to break down.
All right, Nick Miroff of The Atlantic. Nick, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for that reporting.